Well, hello again. It is Monday night, and we're back with another episode for SRQ Pogi Vets. It's your boy Ryan.
And it's your boy Jacob. And we have a little guest. And no, it is not Cookie. He still hates us.
Yep.
So I'm not going to introduce him. How about you introduce yourself?
Hey, it's ya they Steven over here.
You're they? Is that the fuck you just said?
Shh, just roll with it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Our accountant.
Yes, our local, the man running all of Agent Power's finances into the ground. Steven has joined the fight. So, as Ryan said, welcome back. It is week 3 of what, like our 4 to 5 week blitz of just back-to-back regionals across the world.
Yep.
With this week being our first European regional we've had in a very long time in I fucked this up in the group chat earlier, in Liverpool with 373 masters. So right between Salt Lake and Brisbane.
Yeah.
Brisbane Part 2.
Yeah, Brisbane Part 2.
Hey, at least it's a bigger pool this time.
Bigger pool?
Oh my god. Yes, that's totally what I said. I hate both of you. Great start. We have a guest for the first time in like a month, and we're already fallen into this.
And 2 more guests downstairs if they ever want to join.
And they don't like us either.
Confirmed hate us.
Interesting. So Liverpool has happened. The winner, I mean, this is not really a spoiler, going to the great Robin Schultz, former world, I think he's technically the current world champion because, there wasn't a Worlds in 2019. Or no, there was in 2019. Am I dumb?
I mean, do you want me to answer that with honesty?
I mean, shut up. One of the most recent world champions. Better.
Yes.
Congratulations to him. We'll get into his deck in a second, which I might honestly build because it is 22 one-ofs. I want to go in depth on this list because it only works because shady dealings is a thing. So I think we could just jump right into this. So starting off with Liverpool, like I said, the winner, the great Robin Schultz, piloting Rapid Strike Urshifu with Baby Moltres, I guess? Even though it's a one-of? This list is fucking weird.
Technically, because he uses the Moltres as an attacker, like, I want to say, 40% of the time?
It's for that Mew matchup, baby. It's a weird fucking list. You got your standard Drezile line with a 2/2 of Urshifu, then a 1/1 of Octillery, 1 Pissimian, 1 Medicham, 1 Snorlax, 1 Hoopa, and 1 Baby Moltres as your attackers. Oh my god, my brain hurts just having to say that. And then you get into a lot of your standard shit when it comes to this list. Ryan, do you know the insanity of some of these one-ofs? Can you explain this? Because I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, obviously your Pissimian, 20 less damage.
20 more.
No, 20 more. And I mean, I'm surprised it's a 1/1 line for Octillery. That is where I'm surprised. Like Medicham, like, really?
I mean, no, I see the reason for Medicham. Plus, you have Ordinary Rod, so...
Yeah. It's just... If you're gonna focus on Hoopa and Baby Moltres to be your attackers, mainly to hit big Pokemon and just get swung at because they're 1-prizers, then why are you gonna risk a 2-prizer attacker? I mean... I get it, but at the same time...
The extra turn, maybe.
Yeah, I guess, but...
Then as we get into the trainers...
Oh, yeah.
4 Evo Incense, 4 Level Ball, 4 Scoop Up Net, 3 quick ball, 2 energy surge. Okay, standard shit. Not really gonna comment on that. Then, oh boy, 1 bird keeper, 1 Zinnia's resolve, 1 Cynthia's ambition, 1 Raihan, 1 Kiara, 1 Sonia, 1 Cheryl, 1 boss. I don't remember that bitch's name, so someone's gonna have to tell me. 1 pal pad, 1 ordinary rod, 1 sight, and 1 tower.
Which one did you forget the name of? Which one are you looking at?
The prize exchanging chick.
Oh, that's a Peonia.
Peonia, thank you. Again, this only works because Shady Dealings exists.
And it's crazy because a lot of decks play 4 boss.
Yeah.
This deck played 1. That's, I mean, it's just crazy to me to see only 1 boss in this deck.
I have a few comments on this. I have a lot of comments on this deck because both of you know I love me some Rapid Strike. So me seeing this win made me happy. But do either of you have any comments on this list before I start my mini rant?
I'm imagining prizing 6 supporters.
Honestly.
Because, I mean, yeah, you got your pal pad and to get 2 supporters back. But, I mean, once Shady Dealings goes away, a lot of decks are gonna change, and it's that's why me personally I got away from the Shady Dealings line because I'm like, I need to rope it back, and I need to not rely on this because if I rely on it so much that I'm just like, okay, now I don't know how to play the game without this.
Yeah, but then you look at, we still have what, at least 4 or 5 months till rotation. Yes, Shady Dealings is leaving, but it's good to get used to playing with it while it's still here. I can understand weaning away from it as we get closer to the end of our season, but for right now, you might as well just go all in and just understand how your deck can run with it.
That's
because
why
Shady Dealings makes everything consistent.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying just me personally, because I mean I'm only doing Secaucus and possibly Columbus. So I mean, there's no way I'm going from 130 points to 500 points with 2 regionals.
That sounds like quitters talk. No, I'm just kidding.
The only way I get to fucking worlds with 2 regionals if I get first place for both.
Don't you auto qualify if you win one?
Maybe. I don't know. I thought it was
I could swear that's how it was.
Because I know you get 250 points
No way.
first place, I think.
I was gonna say you don't
auto qualify for winning because Jose had to win multiple regionals to get there.
Although if you get first in Internats in Columbus, that's 500 points right there.
You get, I believe it's Internats. If you get first place, you get an automatic qual because you get the same amount of points as what the.
Looks like I'm going all out for Columbus.
Yeah.
All right.
So I better get used to these Shady Dealings.
So, okay. So let me go on this list real quick. So also I find this really funny. Robin made fun of Tord because Tord made this list and decided not to play it. So I just find that very funny. But I have a couple changes I would make to this list, if I'm being honest. One, I don't like the Snorlax in here. I'd replace it with a big Galarian Moltres. Gives you another consistent attacker and allows you to fuel up energy pretty easily, especially since you run 5 Dark, which I do like. For the supporter suite, honestly, besides the Bird Keeper, the Raihan, the Cheryl, and the Boss, I would honestly ditch the rest of them. Maybe keep the Zinnias, but throw in the normal research, throw in another boss, throw in a Marnie and shit like that. Because I don't like Cynthia's, I don't like Sonya, I don't like Peonia, I definitely don't like Kiara. That's just me.
Is it Kiara or is it Clara?
Is it Clara? I don't know. And then for the Pal Pad, I would get rid of that for an extra Tower of Waters, simply because you need the retreat a lot with this deck, especially since you don't run balloons. Other than that, I really do like this list. Maybe drop a scoop up for an extra Rapid Strike energy. I don't understand why he's only running 3, but it is what it is. I mean, what am I to say? I'm a lowly fucking level 1 judge in a know-nothing region talking about a fucking former world champion and multiple-time regional winner.
Yeah, how dare you criticize this list?
Yeah.
This list won a regional.
Okay, no. So this is one of those scenarios where it's the player that won, not the list.
I remember before we started this, you're like, man, 22 one-ofs. Like, oh my gosh. I can't remember exactly what you said, but then I responded with, no, this list won because Robin played it.
Exactly. Also, I would like to say Robin didn't lose a single game all day. He was 12-0 and 5.
Dude. Literally, how do you not 12 wins? Was it 5 ties? Oh my gosh.
He was 5-0 and 4 going into day 2.
Bro, I'm still impressed that someone went 9-0 with Malamar day 1. Like just going 9-0, like holy crap.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, so moving on for Robin. Second place, Brennan Kamerman, Malamar. This is not the 9-0 person that Steven just alluded to. But yeah, Malamar, best result of regionals so far. I mean, I know somebody in here, unfortunately, is gonna start building this deck, Steven.
Whoa! Why you gotta call me out like? You're right.
God.
So just to give you an example, like if you click the notes and you go to the Twitter feed on where it actually shows the list and everything, you got 160 plus 160 points and got $2,500 for getting second place.
That's okay. That makes sense.
Just to give you an example, because the first place, it didn't say anything about for Robin. He didn't post plus whatever points, but it's 250 points for getting first place.
Oh, okay.
So I don't play Malamar. I still really do not like this list. The only thing I'm very curious about, and as the resident Malamar player, Steven, you're about to be, there's no quick shooting in this list.
There is not, and you don't need it.
Extra rapid strike cards.
So I get it. I really do. But look at the count of Brawly, look at the count of Karina's Focus, and just honestly, because you have the 2/2 artillery line, you're only going to use one at a time. From the videos I've seen so far, from the lists I've seen people play, and from playing it tonight, actually, because I was testing it, you don't need the quick shooting. You're going to hit the numbers. You play it correctly, you're going to hit the numbers. There were a few times where I misplayed and I missed out on. That was misplays. But the way they built this deck, or the way that what's his name built this deck, honestly, it flows super well. Personally, would take out the boss and put in rescue carrier or stadium, but other than that, list is pretty tight.
Ryan, any comments?
I mean, I agree. Like you don't need quick shooting in this list, because really you're just gonna be focusing on you getting those rapid strike cards into your hand. I mean, you're gonna shady dealings to get the trainers. You want the shady dealings in Teleon to get the 2 trainers that you need. I mean, Yeah, you definitely don't need the quick shootings, but I mean, I think the list is pretty optimal. I mean, I've played against it plenty of times at Dark Side, and it destroys. I mean,
So
it's a really consistent deck. It's very easy to deck out, but by the time you think you're about to deck out, I mean, you're obviously about to shuffle everything back in, but when you get to that time, you're pretty much winning the game. So,
yeah, we can just briefly skip over a third letter Timbers. It's Mew. There's nothing interesting to say about this fucking deck. However, fourth place. It's like Gyarados all over again.
No. We must applaud third place because they play Oricorio.
Yes. Clap, 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 clap. We got the good deck. Oricorio. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, moving on. So fourth place, Alessandro Frenda. Typical Arceus Inteleon deck, but it's like the Gyarados list from last week. He plays a random fucking VMAX, and it's Crobat VMAX. Why? Because fuck you, that's why.
So okay. The theory and the thinking on this, and thank goodness I watch other Poketubers and people comment on this, because I would have said the same thing. You spend so much time chipping away with the Crobat and retreating it back to the bench, that it just stays there, because they want to go after your Arceus, they want to go after your big attacker. So it's like, are they ever going to boss up the Crobat? No. So you just have an attacker every turn, no matter what.
Yep. Yeah, and I generally like this list. I like the cheekiness of the one judge.
I don't like it because it's Arceus, but it looks like a good deck, and I can see why it did well.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about over dinner. Like, it's the, why is there one Gyarados? Why isn't there a Gyarados? It's
because
the same
I fucking can, mate.
Yeah, for real.
If you play Judge in your deck, you must yell Judge at the top of your lungs.
That will get you disqualified. Do not listen to Ryan.
No, it will not.
It
100% will not
piss off the judges.
That'll absolutely piss off the judges.
Yeah, it'll just make them mad. You can't get you disqualified.
Banned.
Moving on to fifth place, Sander Wojcik, Zoroark Control. I'm looking at this list and my brain already hurts.
I don't like it because there's no Floatzel.
Oh my god, this deck hurts my head.
No,
do you understand what Zoroark does?
You switch it with something from your bet or from your discard, isn't it?
So you swap it with a stage 1 from your discard.
With stage 1, yes.
So your Gorbis shuts off Rapid Strike abilities.
Including Passimian.
Yeah. So, I mean, then you got your Altaria, then you got your Dusclops, Dusknor.
You got your Weezings, you got your Chinchinos.
Yeah, I mean,
Where is my Floatzel?
You don't get your Floatzel.
I like Zoroark Control with Floatzel and Galar Mine, and just reusing your tools like your Crushing Hammer or your items like your Crushing Hammers. I don't like this build. It did well. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Anyway. Moving on to sixth place. Here was the 9-0 we were talking about. Joe Bernard. He went 9-0 day 1 with Malamar. His day 2 didn't go so well, but he still got 6th.
Oh, look, it's the list we saw. Now, see, this list plays an escape rope.
And this list plays a quick shooting.
And a quick shooting, correct.
But
I'm looking at it, I'm trying to think, what was the card? What's the card difference here?
The quick shooting and 1 less Karina, looks like. Or no, there's still 4 Karina. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's the
plus
boss.
1 escape rope, +1 quick shooting. I think that's it.
Yeah, it's the boss. He switched out a boss for an escape rope.
But there's still one less card.
No. That is the card. There's no boss in this list.
Right.
He has an escape rope instead of a boss. That's the only card. That and the quick shooting Inteleon. It's a 2-card difference.
All right. Well, damn it. Okay. Well, I tried to pull up.
Try both. Oh, I pulled them both up. I want to try both because the one that got second place had the boss. This one got what, 6th, and it had the escape rope.
I think the boss is more important, but that's just me.
I will continue to test and let you know.
All right, fair enough.
Because the escape rope gives your opponent the choice, unless they only have one on the bench, but the boss gives you the choice, but you waste your supporter.
Correct. That's why I like the escape rope route better. So
7th place, unfortunately, we do not have a list. Did not post it. But it was 10-3-2, Arceus V-Star, Barrel, and Galarian Barrel.
Just sounds like another Arceus box deck without the Crobat.
Yeah, I believe it is the Arceus counter box deck.
Yeah.
Because it's Galarian Birds, not just Moltres. And then...
Wait. Before we move on, if this person is listening, I apologize for butchering your name, but I have to say it. Crystal Atlantis, Amatontitis. Close enough.
Here, sir.
8th place, David Rudhoff, Mew. I tried looking at his notes, it wouldn't pull up.
So, I applaud him. Oricorio's in the list.
Clap.
9th place, I can't pull up, but I mean,
past top 8, like this is where we just really want to bring up the interesting decks. I mean, like first 14th, Connor Morgan, Ice Rider Calyrex makes another appearance.
Yeah,
it's a sleeper.
Yeah, I personally really like this list. I think it's good. That's just me.
So here's what I liked about Liverpool. It was more of a what's the word I'm looking for? It was more
diverse.
Yeah, diverse. Thank you. How many different decks were there when we looked at the first regional in Oceania?
I literally like 2 if you don't count Arceus variants.
Basically. So, and then when we looked at SLC, there was not that many different decks. It was you were playing Gengar, you were playing Mew, or you were playing some sort of Arceus variant.
Speaking of which, only one Gengar in this entire day 2.
So, what I like looking at the statistics for Liverpool, there was a total of 42 different decks that played. 42 different types. So, but the statistics still stand with Mew VMAX being at the high end of 33.3% for day 2.
Unfortunately.
And then Arceus V-Star with Glare Birds, 19%. And then Malamar and Inteleon at 16. Arceus V-Star and Inteleon, 7. And then Other is 23. So, I mean, it's cool to see that it's more diverse. It's not, you're not sitting there being like, oh, it's just Mew, or it's just freaking Gengar, or it's just, some sort of Arceus counterbox or something. You're starting to see difference.
The only thing that disturbs me about this regional is with Salt Lake, we didn't see any Mew in the top 8. With this one, you had 2 Mews sneak in, and that infuriates me.
But I mean, like, like I literally just said, there was like almost no dark in this whole day 2.
I know, because everyone was worried about fucking fighting.
Yeah, so the meta's starting to triangle itself, and it's starting to balance itself. So hopefully by this weekend in Sao Paulo, there'll be actually proper balance, maybe.
Watch, Cortera is gonna get top 8.
Hold on to that thought for a second, by the way. So moving on past Ice Rider, I just want to talk about 18th and 19th. Edmund Curris, with Arceus, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX, and Crobat VMAX. Another thrown together list, and I love it.
List.
But that's not even a really funny one. Luke Kirkham, Arceus V-Star, Flygon V, Beedrill, Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. This list is funny as shit.
Oh my lord.
Someone introduced this list to Josh or Taylor.
Oh my god, yeah. Like, this, like... So, I want to go over this list really quick, because it's so weird. So...
Oh my gosh.
So, 3-3 Arceus line, 1-1 Urshifu, 2 Beedrills, 4 Celebration Mew. What?
You gotta
one
find,
Flygon,
find those items.
1 Flygon, 1 Galarian Ziggy, 1 Lumineon, and 1 Crobat. The PokeStats lies. There is no Crobat VMAX in this list.
Oh wow, okay.
Yep. 3 Single Strike Mustards, 2 Research, a Raihan, a Marnie, 3 Boss, and then the rest is kind of your standard arrangement. So like 4 Fighting, 4 Grass, 3 Double Turbo, and then a bunch of items. This deck is just fucking funny. Oh my god.
I'm screaming because I'm looking at the picture of his list.
Yeah.
Three air balloons.
Yeah.
2 of them are gold. 1 is not.
That's what bugs you?
That's what bugs me about this list.
Oh my god. Also, I love his little description on Twitter. Love the deck and fun to play. Flygon is bait and terrible. Oranguru should be played, as the amount of times I started Beedrill and played Beedrill is shocking. Great to be back playing again. That's just funny. I love when people can make fun of themselves like that. As we mentioned earlier, I just want to briefly mention Tord in 21st, because Robin's list was Tord's list, but he wimped out and played Mew instead and got 21st. I mean, it's not bad, but you see my point.
Tord played well. Good job.
In 27th, the only Gengar in the whole meta by Carl Blake. And then 29th, what the fuck is this deck?
Oh, dude, I saw that. I was waiting for you to bring it up.
I can't pull it up.
I can't either. Can you?
It's making me log into Facebook. Hold on.
Oh my god. Professionalism, people.
Please stand by.
Yeah, it says, sorry, this content is not available right now.
No, yeah, mine tell me the same thing.
Let me see if I can get it off Limitless.
You want to know? I'm assuming
David, you're dying.
Oh, I'm dying over here.
I wish this stupid. Oh my god! Damn it, PokeStats.
So okay, I'm assuming if I have it correctly, it's Horiyama from Fusion Strike. Okay, it's a single strike Pokemon. The ability is Guts. If this Pokemon would be knocked out by damage from an attack, flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon is not knocked out and its remaining HP becomes 10. I love that. I'm assuming, because it's a single strike.
I'm trying to find the list. I can't, and it frustrates me
That's
because
all you
this
need
is
to
probably
know.
like the most interesting deck in all of the day 2, and we can't see it.
I'm just going to assume it's this single strike Hariyama from Fusion Strike, and that's all you need to know. It's a coin flip deck.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this man got so lucky on his heads that he made what? What was that? 29th?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Out of
This man knows how to meme.
But like honestly, beyond the Hariyama deck, it's just more Muse, more Bird Box, more Malamar, a Suicune
we don't care about
Ludicolo.
those.
Fuck that deck. And
Oh
then
my god.
and then in 40th, the Sandaconda VMAX with RCS is back. That is all.
Yeah. But I still stand by what I've said when Oceania happened and how we commented for SLC that the US still will make the standard for what's going to be played at other regionals. So that's why I was too worried to say like, oh, it's going to be only Mew at SLC. But because we saw Mew win at Oceania, I was like, oh, it's going to probably be very dark heavy at SLC. And look at what won. Dark. I mean, I think outside the US regionals, yes, they're important. Go play them. If you're able to go play, go play. But if you're going off outside US regionals to be like, oh, what should I play? Oh, what topped? Okay, I'm going to build that. You know, this Rapid Strike, okay, yeah, that's probably a good deck. Yeah, try it.
Definitely still gonna try this. Can't stop me.
And like if Mew won or some Arceus variant won, it's not a guarantee win. It really isn't. Because I mean, like I've said on previous episodes, I'm huge on my Charizard Arceus deck. You know, this past Saturday I went 5-0. I mean,
yep.
That doesn't mean shit at locals.
Yep.
Does that mean I'm gonna go to regional and be 5-0 with Charizard Arceus? Hell no. Because Charizard Arceus is probably really fucking horrible, even though I love it. You know? But would I recommend someone to go play that at a regional? No, probably not. I mean, it needs a lot of tweaks before I go try to make that a super competitive deck. But I think, like Jacob said, that it's hopefully going to balance itself out going on in, you know, the next US regional that we have. Hopefully it'll start balancing out and we'll see a lot more diversity with decks instead of just seeing up it's Rapid Strike, up it's Gengar, up Mew, up.
I personally think, I mean, Ryan, Steven, feel free to disagree with me. I feel like we'll start seeing new decks pop, obviously, when Astral Radiance appears. But with like, I think we'll see the Hisuian starters all be decent decks. Grass looks like it's going to be a powerhouse again, like which means Fire is going to have a comeback. There's going to be some good stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, but for like our group right now, we're all focusing on Secaucus. I mean, obviously, the new set's not going to come out right now, so like we all have to focus on what's out right.
Won't it be? Wait, will it be legal by Secaucus?
No.
Nope.
When does Astral Radiance come out?
The end of May, beginning of June. It comes out the week after, I believe.
Oh yeah, May 27th. Yeah, I'm dumb. So this the week of Secaucus.
No,
the week after. Sorry.
Yeah,
but it'll be legal for internets.
Yes.
That's
so
true.
And that's 2 weeks or 3 weeks after, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Internets is going to be, I think, the week of the 24th.
Yeah.
So actually, so it might even be like a whole month, a whole 4 weeks.
Good. I can save up money then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, definitely.
Um.
No, I fully plan on going to Internets. It was either that or Milwaukee. It was either or. I was going to go to Internets if it was cheaper, and looking at the plane tickets, it's definitely going to be cheaper.
Oh, and yeah, I'll go to Columbus then too.
Yeehaw!
All right. So speaking of stuff coming up, speaking of upcoming tournaments, so Steven, in his infinite wisdom, is currently in-person testing with two of our friends, Carol and Carlin, testing out Malamar. So I guess my next question for you two is, since we're getting closer to Secaucus, are you going to start like narrowing down what deck you're probably going to play?
Oh no, hands down. I have already started that process. I can tell you right now, I'm not playing anything with Sableye. Oh my gosh. What about you, Ryan?
That's why I want to test out Raichu, because like I love Blacephalon GX, so I want to see if I can pull off like Raichu trying to be good. I mean, like no one's fucking playing any new decks. Everyone's focusing on what's topping at regionals or trying to counter them with good decks like, oh, Mew topped, gotta go with Gengar paths. It's just not like back in the day with regionals. It's like, oh, searching down Limitless TCG. It's like, oh, bro, did you look at so and so's list? They placed 73rd. It's a really interesting Blacephalon GX list. Build it, fucking start.
73rd.
I mean, that's what I did, and I fucking demolished that challenges. I mean, and then with my Mew box that I did, and I got top 4 at the Cup at Descent, and I beat Aaron Rucker at it. I mean, I got that list from Limitless TCG, and it wasn't a top 8. It was like top 30.
Speaking of which, if you're listening, hi Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
But like, sorry.
But I personally don't know what I'm gonna play. Like, I want to stick with fire mainly because I'm most comfortable with fire. But at the same time, I mean, a lot of people are playing Ray, and I understand Ray hits big, but you have to get all the energy onto one Ray, just to discard it to hit that attack. But with Raichu, all you gotta do is have the 2 energy on the Raichu, and you're just building up the bench with Flaffies. And you're just like, okay. Refill, refill, refill. Okay, 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, 300. Knockout, because I have Belton for 330. And then that goes discard. And then if you're lucky enough to have the 4 Flaffy on the bench, you just get, 240 more damage back on the board. And then if you have electric in your hand, you got 300 again. I mean, you don't have to focus on putting it on one Pokemon with like Ray.
Ray bad deck. I buy that.
Ray good deck, but will not play it.
Oh, didn't you want to say something to someone, Jacob? Didn't you want to say something to someone about playing Ray?
Ray bad deck. Jose, stop playing it.
Ooh,
Ray good deck. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ray bad deck. Anyway, moving on. So I basically agree with what both of you, honestly, on this. Like, for me, I'm kind of stuck between 3 decks, and 2 of them involve fighting. um, because I'm still like working on my Scorch deck. Like, I've done pretty well with it. I don't think I've done worse than 3-2 with it since I put it together the proxies. If only Arceus wasn't so fucking expensive.
I have a pretty tight matchup with you with my Shadow Rider.
Yeah, you and that godforsaken Whimsicott.
Fluff ball, boy.
Whimsicott.
Jesus, I can't believe it.
I would just like to say, and this is I fall for it every time, yet I still beat you. What's that say?
I just want to let it be known for everyone out there that when Brilliant Stars was in its pre-release time, I paid this man Ryan $15 for his Whimsicott V-Star because I want to start getting my hands on it. That card's like $2 now.
Yeah.
So I'm doing great over here.
But for like, I'm also still seriously considering bringing back Single Strikes. I really do think it can be good, especially with the massive amount of Arceus. But I think Rapid Strike is just better again because it can kill the Inteleons and it can still bop Arceus.
I am torn between at least 3 decks myself. And when you hear these, you're going to be like, Steven, what is wrong with you?
Oh my god.
The first deck is the one I'm currently testing, which is the Rapid Strike Malamar. Just hands down good, consistent, hits numbers when you need it.
All right, I know one.
And it's a 1 prize deck.
I know one.
What's the second one?
Stone Jower.
Okay, first off, it's Stone Journer, and that'll be a 4th contender. But the second deck is another 1 prizer, and that's going to be Torterra.
Okay.
Again, just hits numbers, and even if I can't, I can still 2-shot everything. But if I really try hard enough, I can 1-shot most VMAXs. Especially since I play the Butterfree line, so I poison, burn, all that kind of stuff. So Choice Belt, dude, I'm just hitting 330 for days. That extra poison damage if something's got a big charm, burn damage. Fuck out of here with your big VMAXs. But those are my 2 1 prize decks. The third one is the complete opposite. No, I want to test a little bit more of Ray Arceus.
Still a bad deck?
No, dude, good deck.
I don't think it is. No. I've had so many people misread it and think it was the old one.
Yeah. Steven, if you have 3 lightning, 1 fire on it, how much energy or how much damage does it do?
I have to discard the 3 lightning because that gets me the most damage. I'm doing 260, 240 plus the 20 base.
Okay, good boy.
80 for each energy.
Because a lot of people think, oh, I can discard the fire energy too.
No. Why?
No.
Read your cards. A lot of people read your cards.
I mean,
that's why I have the deck box RFTC.
I can't talk. I swung with Malamar. I showed 5 Rapid Strike cards in my hand, and I was like, I'm only doing 100 damage because in my mind I'm doing 20 for each of them. And then Carlin's over here behind me like, no, Steven, you're doing 200. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I can't read.
That's okay.
So those are my 3 decks that I want to use.
I'm surprised on Shadow Rider, but...
Actually, that's not... Sorry. My mistake. You guys were talking about Secaucus, right?
Yes.
Mainly.
So those are my 3 decks going into Indy. We did not discuss this. Out of everyone in our group, there's me and one other guy we play with. His name is Benton. Me and him are going to Indianapolis at the beginning of May before Secaucus with everyone else. So those are my 3 decks that are in contend in my top 3 for Indy.
And then there's a week before Secaucus, right? After Indy?
Correct. So
week in between.
Indy is the first weekend in May, and then there's a week, and then it's the 3rd weekend in May that is Secaucus.
Okay, so you'll get an idea of what you want to play after Indy.
Correct. So for me, for Secaucus right now, I'm honestly not even. I'm not even thinking too much about Secaucus. I'm focusing on Indy.
Yeah.
But my choices are Torterra, Malamar, Ray. That's what I've said.
If I was good at control decks, I'd try Zoroark, but it's just I'm bad at control decks. Too much brain power.
We'll look at that too.
Brain go burr.
Ryan brain go.
Yep.
Dude, I love control decks.
You're disgusting.
Venusaur, Celebi, GX, baby.
Here we go again.
Bro, that me and Cookie were just talking about that. He's like, bro, I wish we would all like pick one deck as a team, and I was like, nah, bro, because everyone would not agree on one deck in our group. We tried it.
Hell no.
We tried it for Daytona as Celebi, Venusaur, GX tag team, and because we all wanted to make it a weed themed deck because it was 420 weekend. And we wanted to all play Life Herb because when you played it, everyone was supposed to go, Life Herb!
Now, granted, we all did technically play a variant of Celebi Venusaur.
And
it's
only
just
one person, top 64, at their first regional named Steven Martinez.
So,
who's that guy?
Oh, wait, that's you.
What's up, boys? Because I chose to go control. Everyone wanted to go the aggro route, and it did do well, but it didn't do well enough. Now, granted, I went the control route. I tested almost every day with my friend Mike. We did online testing. We did in-person testing. I had the list down solid. I will admit that, I'm not the best player in the group. I just chose the best way to play that deck at the time.
Own up to that. Own up to that shit. Shit on everybody.
All right, I'm the best player in our group. Let's go.
There it is. Also, he says that yet never ever won a local event. Just saying. While both me and Ryan have won multiple times.
It's because when it comes to locals, I just play meme decks.
That's true.
But that Daytona regional, I played Clayton, and oh man, we almost fought that time too.
I believe it, knowing both of you.
Anytime we play against each other, we literally get into a screaming match because one of us forgets a prize card at one time, and we're like, "No, you did not get that many prizes yet," and then we have to like scream at each other and be like, "Oh yeah, you're right, my bad." Sorry.
That sounds like me and Clayton, and Steven and Clayton, and Clayton and Clayton.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What's that one Simpsons meme that I'm thinking of? It's like the Brits and the Scots, and the Scots and the Scots.
Damn Scots learning everything. Okay, we're going on a tangent.
I know, I'm so sorry.
So, also something I'd like to say. So, next week's show, we'll be doing the same shit we've been doing for the last 3 weeks because Sao Paulo is this weekend, and it will be streamed.
Thank you.
Not by Pokemon, by a third party. Because I was looking on PokeStats. Let me pull it right back up real quick again. They said Sao Paulo will be streamed. Thank Christ, and it will be on a channel called Games Copag. I don't know what the hell that means. I'm assuming it's a Portuguese channel, but Sao Paulo will be streamed through it.
Oh, let's fucking go.
So hey, we have shit to watch, even if it's in Portuguese. But
was that Daddy?
Oh no! Can you guys hear her?
Oh my god!
We just heard a faint bit of her.
All right, little pause, guys. Let me get some introductions here.
You're literally just about to finish.
Perfect. We'll introduce these two before we head out. Just kidding. Carlin says no.
Nope. Too bad.
Carol, is there something you'd like to say? She says no.
Okay.
Well, Carol's Matt came in, so everyone gets to see that on Wednesday.
Ooh, Carol's Matt came in. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
God. All right.
Oh my God,
I think it's time for the cooldown. I want both of you out of here before I kill both of you.
Well, for the record, I remember waiting at least 10, 15 minutes, and you were like, "Where's Ryan? We need to get him in here." So,
I'm still blaming you. So
it's
as
Taylor's
I said, yeah. Always waiting on Taylor, even if he's not even here.
oh.
So moving on, let's just move on to the cooldown. As I told you before, Steven, and for those who are new, it's basically just something cool that we've been enjoying outside Pokemon. So I guess Ryan, do you have anything?
I don't want to go first. You go first.
Why do you do this to me? I literally threw it to you so I could have a break.
Nope, you keep talking.
I hate both of you. So
I didn't
first,
even do anything this time.
Yeah, I know. Steven was completely innocent in that one.
I wasn't saying Steven. I was talking to you.
You said both.
You said both of us.
Oh, well, moving on. I mean, the only real news I can think of for me is from Magic. We are finally starting to get into previews for the new set, Streets of New Capenna. My second trading card game love, and the second reason I'm going into debt because of trading cards. This set looks beautiful. This set looks a lot of fun. I cannot wait for more cards. If you play Magic, this is going to be a really good set. Steven.
Oh man. Can I just talk about a life event?
Sure. Sure.
All
Hey,
right.
something cool.
All right. So, you know your boy Single over here. I had a
I mean, we know,
coworker.
our listeners know.
Me and Jacob know, but
Oh,
no one
no.
else knows.
All right, so
Way to
everyone
out
listening
yourself.
out there, the day is Monday, March 28th, 2022, and Steven Martinez is currently single, but I have a coworker who goes to a salon, and I think about maybe a month or two ago, she goes in and she gets her hairstylist card. And because she was thinking of me, she was like, "Oh, this girl's cute. She's fun. I think it would be a good match for Steven." So she gives me her card. I don't need a haircut. I'm not in the market at the time, so I put the card in my drawer. But then sometime last week, I make the appointment, and I went in and got that haircut today. And your boy got a date this week.
Hey, good shit, buddy.
Let's go, boy.
Okay, so I delayed it as much as humanly possible. You don't get an excuse now, Ryan.
But Jacob, it's your turn.
I already went.
No, I mean, there's nothing really new going on. Still making them plans for Secaucus. Gotta keep the plans going.
Wink.
I still. Wait, what?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
wink,
I
wink.
thought you were telling Steven something else when you said wink.
No, I said wink.
Yeah, I know.
Said, but
I
know
hate the fact that Secaucus is the same weekend as MegaCon down here in Florida, which is making me very conflicted.
Oh,
bro, Steven third.
I know he did. Shut up. I know. Although I will say though, we do have that tournament in about 3 weeks. That is all. The one that our boy Ryan is running.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you didn't hear, do you remember the giant Pikachu rug that was hanging up at Dark?
You told me this.
Steven?
Yes, but I don't think our listeners know.
Okay. So, at Darkside, we have this giant Pikachu rug that someone handmade, and it looks awesome. And that's actually going to be part of prize support for this tournament that's going to be held at the Bradenton Con. I forget what it's, the Comic Con in Bradenton.
Suncoast Comic Con or something like that.
That is
April.
So that's next month in April. I think it's the 23rd and 24th.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, Saturday, Sunday.
And I believe, as far as I know, I should be getting confirmation this week or next week that if Pokemon's going to be both Saturday and Sunday or just Sunday, because he knows that I'm coming from far away, that he's probably just going to try to do Sunday. So that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he, or the store's prize support is, as of right now, unknown to me personally. Because I honestly don't know what Darkside's able to get their hands on for prize support.
Okay.
They struggle to give us the stuff we want now.
Well, I know they're going to get stuff in beforehand, and they're going to put it aside for the Comic-Con, but at the same time, it's like, I'd rather it be held for Comic-Con than really for local.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. I think that might be enough for tonight. Thank you, Steven, for joining us. Hopefully he is a more constant presence, unlike Cookie. We really gotta stop dissing that poor man. He has a reason why he's not here.
No, we don't.
Anyway. God. If he listens to this, I'm sorry.
No, you think he listens to this?
Maybe. Anyway, I think that's it for SRQ PokeVets this week. Until next week, this has been Jacob.
This is Ryan.
And this is Steven. I will be here more often. I got to tell you guys how the day goes.
Sweet.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm excited. All right, well, we'll catch you on the flip side. See ya.
Peace.
Peace.